again, please welcome my friend, Allie Brooke.
Hi.
Hi,
Oh my gosh, I'm
how
so
are
sorry.
you?
So I had to log out and log back in because my computer froze. So I'm so
No,
sorry. I
no,
was like,
honestly, no, I'm using a friend of mine's computer, and I'm pretty sure her screen is broken. So I don't know if you saw, but like 5 minutes ago, it was like mad word vomit because all like my specific notes went in like a quick flash thing, and so I kept getting like half the sentences. I was like, oh no, so you're fine.
you're literally killing me. I did not notice anything. I have been watching, and you're doing such a fabulous job.
You're so sweet. I'm so glad that you were like on this show specifically that I was doing. I was like, no, I can see her.
Right? Me too.
Yes.
Finally. At least
How are
it's
you doing? I know, I know. How's quarantine being to you?
It's actually it's good. Thank God my family and friends and loved ones are all safe and healthy. That's the most important
Yeah.
thing. I am, my crew. So I've kind of just been taking this time to reflect and rest and be creative in so many different ways and write. So thank God it's been good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm here right now. Thankfully, my family is good. My sister had, thankfully, there's so many different kinds of, the way that COVID-19 affects people. Luckily, she had, not a severe case of it, but she was positive for COVID-19. And so I haven't seen them in a long time. And it was hard to obviously not get to be with her during that time because, you just immediately have to step back and distance. But for the most part, we're good. And obviously, just our hearts and prayers are with everyone right now in the world. It's a crazy
Yes.
time.
I'm so
Yes.
sorry you had it. I'm so glad she's
Thank you.
better. I know it must have been
I
so hard.
know, me too. Me too. I mean, it just puts it in perspective, I think. I think you can read so many stories and I think you realize that it can touch close to home, but then when it actually happens, it's like, oh man, like this is so possible, which is why the social distancing, everything that everyone's doing, taking it so seriously is a wonderful
Yeah,
thing.
absolutely.
Um, Allie, one of the things that I have always loved about you ever since I met you was the fact that you share so many messages of self-care and self-love. So, can you share one of your favorite kind of self-care practices that if anyone's watching, myself included, can try?
Oh, yes. So I feel like it's funny because during this quarantine, well, I'm not with my family. They're in Texas, I'm in LA, and I miss them
Yeah,
so much. But I feel like I'm gonna see them soon, which is awesome, hopefully.
good.
Um, but that's been really hard, and it's easy to be up and down with my
Yeah,
emotions. But the best thing that I could do is sometimes just call my parents or call a friend and tell them how I'm feeling, being honest, being
yeah,
emotional, not being scared of that. And I have learned that that has helped me so much because it's not healthy to bottle up all those feelings inside and to feel
yeah,
alone. So having that community of friends has been so helpful to talk to. So I think that is so important. I would encourage anyone if you're going through something, all of us are, we're feeling so many different emotions to talk about it and you'll feel better. Also, writing too, it's very
yeah.
cathartic, letting your thoughts out, your emotions, putting it on paper or typing it, that really helps. So I want to encourage my fans or anybody who's watching, you guys, to do the
Yeah.
same because it really does help to let those emotions out and just be kind to yourself. Again, everyone's going through a lot and we're not perfect. Sometimes we need those moments to cry or
Yeah.
to feel and not feel guilty or shame. So just being kind to yourself and saying, hey, it's okay, I'm doing my best is the best
Yeah.
thing.
I love that. I needed to hear that, so thank you.
Oh,
Um,
good.
I did, yeah. It's I'm a very feely person. Like I can cry for sure. And like I think it's funny, but I also think that people forget now more than ever. I was thinking this the other day. Um, a lot of the time that we're spending is on our phones, I think. Like I catch myself scrolling more than I ever have been in my life because it's kind of the same thing. And I found this old Tumblr post that I had done like 4 years ago, and it was all about basically saying when you hit send on a tweet or a message or anything, it is out there, and your words can really affect people, and your opinions can really affect people. So whether you know them, whether you don't know them, whether you think you know them, choose kindness because now more than ever, like it will knock you down. Even when you don't think it will to someone, it does. And so it's been, a part of my last 2 weeks of being like, all right, it's okay. I know myself, like it's good, but letting myself have those moments where it does knock you down.
Yes, and that is so important. So important to note that your words do affect people and your
Yeah.
words don't go away. The internet is forever. So being
Yeah.
mindful of that, I've seen so many people hurt people from old tweets or tweets that people do now, and it's sad.
Yeah.
People have hurt me, and it's
Yeah.
awful. Now more than ever, we need kindness.
Just come
Um,
together. Yeah.
yes, they come together. I think that's the perfect word. But it's funny. I actually am kind of a little more distant to social media during this time because
Good.
I had felt that social media is so wonderful in so many areas, and I
Yeah.
love it for so many reasons. I'm obsessed because it can be super fun and escape and outlet. It can make me laugh like no other. I love my fans and the funny memes and videos and feel like I love Joanna Gaines and watching her cook with her family and stuff. I think that's awesome. But there's another part that's super toxic, and I had
Mhm.
to say, you know what? I'm only posting when I want to post. I'm only going
Yeah.
to post what I'm going to post. And I'm going to try not to look at the comments because people are mean. I mean, some of them, obviously are amazing. Like I have such an incredible fans,
Yeah.
so such incredible fans, and
Yeah.
support, which has been beautiful to see. But some people try to knock you down. So yeah, I've been
Yeah.
kind of taking a healthy step back.
Me too. I love that. All right. One more thing. When you are, I mean, you're so good at this, but when you express yourself, I think the most beautifully is when you do it through music. So what advice would you maybe give someone who might want to, take up music during this time?
Oh, that's such a great question. I hope that people are inspired to dive into music, whether it's learning an instrument if you have one at home, or if you are
Yeah.
able to order one, or if you're able to go and write or learn a song. I would say this is the
Mhm.
perfect time to be creative. Again, we're feeling so many emotions, and music is there to lift us up, to help us
Yeah.
express ourselves in a way that, you know, words can't. Music does that, singing and stuff. Um, so I would encourage anyone to not be afraid to pick up an instrument or to learn some part of music, especially because now we're kind of in our safe places in our homes. We're alone, some
Mhm.
of us, so we can just be free to just try, make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, and just have fun with it.
Yeah.
Because you never know, that could be your calling.
I love that. All right, we're gonna do something new today. I love a good lightning round question, so I'm gonna ask a question, and then you just have, I know it's fun, right? Games are fun. And then you're gonna have to say the first thing that comes to mind. So,
Okay.
you ready? All right. Favorite junk food?
Nachos.
Oh, so good. What's your favorite way to celebrate birthdays?
With my friends and family, hands down. I usually
Love
go to
that.
Vegas. Not sure if that could happen this year.
I don't think so. I don't think so right now. If you could teleport, though, here's the question. Ready? This could be a two in one. If you could teleport, where would you go?
Disney World. My favorite.
Okay, and then last one, the best piece of advice that you have ever received.
Oh, that's a loaded question. Okay,
I know,
one.
one of the best pieces of advice
Yes.
that you've ever
Okay,
received.
one of the best piece of advice, definitely. I know it's cliche, you've heard it all before, but I have needed to hear this. I feel like more than anyone is to be free to be myself and to live a life that I'm proud of.
Mm,
It's so easy to be told who to be and to be
yeah,
told, as an artist and as a female, what to wear, what to sound like, what your image is. No, like just standing strong in who I am and what I represent. That's the best piece of advice, and it's so freeing. And I'm like in my 20s still telling myself this every day.
yeah.
So that is a huge piece of advice, just to literally be myself.
I love that. Well, you're a good person to be yourself, so you should all the time, every second of the day, because you've always been lovely and beautiful. So I'm wishing you and your family love and safety, and I hope that you guys can see each other soon. But stay safe for now, and thank you so much for joining us. We love you.
Thank you so much for having me. I love you guys. Stay safe, everyone. Mwah.
Thank you. Bye, Ali.